Hello, and welcome to fourforks.world, where we introduce you to 4 separate recipes from around the world. Today we will be cooking you something fowl. First, Chef Moise will introduce you to her Tagine chicken. Then Gwyneth from G's Crafty will showcase her Tuscan chicken. Brendan from Been Living with Big B will proudly show you how to professionally cook traditional New Zealand Hāngi. And finally, Matt Kelsoe from Four Forks will make one of his favorites, chicken Saltimbocca.
Hello, my name is Farah Moise, or you can call me Chef Moise. I was born and raised in Haiti, but now I'm based in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, which is about a half hour outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am the founder and CEO of Manger with Moise LLC, which is a personal chef and catering service business. The reason why I love this dish so much is because while I was traveling through Morocco and I was hitting the different cities and the neighboring towns, I would always ask for this Tagine chicken, but it was made different every time I had it. You know, one chef would make it this way, another restaurant would make it this way, a home cooked chef made it this way, and it kind of reminded me of our roasted chicken over here, where there are so many ways to make roasted chicken. There's not just, one specific recipe. So I thought it was the same in the sense of one dish replicated many ways in many different households. And I love that idea because in that aspect, it's universal, but it's still very different. And the spices used in this dish are just fantastic and really takes any chicken dish to another level. So just like the roasted chicken we do over here, but it is a lot more tender. You render a lot more juice, and it is just fantastic. So that's why I love this dish, and it inspired me to kind of create my own version of this dish. And this is a very highly requested dish, and I love making it. It's so easy, and now I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So you'll need chicken, onions, as many as you like. I'm going to be using 3 medium-sized onions, 1 stick of salted butter, sweet paprika. So this sweet paprika I got from Morocco as well. Fresh grind salt or any salt to taste. White pepper. And of course, Berber spice. This spice I got from Morocco, Fez to be exact. And I absolutely love this spice. This is what's going to make my Tagine hen the dish that it is. This spice is used in so many different meat dishes and non-meat dishes in Morocco. It elevates your dish so much, and in a tagine, the chicken really absorbs the flavor well. So this is what I'll be using. Olive oil, a 1/3 cup of water, a bowl and spoon for your spice mixing, a cutting board and knife for cutting, and most importantly, your tagine. If you do not have a tagine, a wonderful substitute for this is a Dutch oven. You need something that's going to be fully covered and able to trap in that heat. So if you use a Dutch oven, and as long as you have a 4-inch clearance at the very top for moisture to collect, this recipe should work fine. we finally finished this Tagine hen, and now I'm about to do the reveal, and I'm so excited. Okay, ready? It's so tender. It was literally stuck to the top. Look at that beauty. Okay, I'm super excited for this. Let's see. Oh, look at that meat. That's just literally... Oh, yes. Look at that. Perfect. Ooh. Let's see. That is absolute perfection. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. A special thanks to Four Forks for putting this together. I'm so excited to do the next video and show you the next recipe. If you love this content, or if you have any questions, or if you are interested in booking my personal chef services, you can reach me at www.magerwithmoisellc.com. You can find me any social media at Chef Moise, M-O-I-S-E. Bye.
And now we go to Gwyneth from G's Crafty, cooking her Tuscan chicken.
Today I am going to be cooking, it's a chicken with broccoli and polenta dish. It's just a nice, quick, simple dish. Takes very little time to prepare, so it's really great for a busy evening. You start off with 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and you slice them into strips. I then like to sprinkle a tiny bit of baking soda on my chicken and mix it in very thoroughly. This breaks down some of the tissues, makes the chicken stay a lot more tender. So even if maybe perhaps it does overcook a bit, which we all know that happens, you still have a nice tender piece of chicken. So get that all mixed on. I'm going to set that to the side while we're getting the rest of the stuff. The dish consists of, like I said, the 2 chicken breasts cut into strips. We have 2 slices of bacon that's been cut into chunks. We have got 1/4 cup flour, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning plus a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. We have 1/2 teaspoon salt and 1/4 teaspoon white pepper. We have 1 teaspoon crushed chili flakes. This is optional, but I do like a little bit of spice. 1/2 teaspoon of parsley flakes. We have got 1/4 cup white wine. About a 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan. About 2 cups of fresh broccoli florets. And to this we will be serving this over polenta, which will be 1 cup of polenta cooked in 2 cups of chicken stock and 1 cup of water. So I think the first thing we'll do is go ahead and get our polenta started. It does take the longest. I will add stock and water to my pan. Get some heat under that. Okay, a little heat going under that. And while that's heating up, I'm going to start heating up this skillet so we can start cooking our bacon. Coat the bottom of the pan with some olive oil. And I will get the other bottle. I am using a Kelsoe olive oil. You can use any olive oil of your choice. I simply really like the flavor that this adds. So I'm going with the Kelsoe olive oil. And you just need a couple of tablespoons drizzled over the bottom of your pan. So as soon as that heats up, we can start our bacon. And in this I've got, like I said, 2 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of water. Normally you would add salt to the water, but since I'm using chicken stock and chicken stock already has salt in it, I thought I'll bypass that this time. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our bacon going. A quick stir and leave it alone, let it do its thing. Okay, for the chicken, we're going to mix our flour and our Italian seasoning and garlic powder. Give it a little mix. lightly dredge our chicken in this. Lightly shake off the excess and just set it into a plate to the side until you're ready for it. And you could do this dish with dark meat, like boneless, skinless thighs. I'm sure if you wanted, it would probably taste just fine. I just know that my husband really likes the chicken breast, and it's what we had on hand, so that works for us. Okay. All right. Go ahead and add my polenta. Give it a stir. Make sure everything's mixed around very nicely. And then we're going to turn this down onto low and just tilt our lid a little bit. Give it a couple of stirs while we are letting that temperature come down a tiny bit on that. Okay, that should be good for the time. Okay, let's check this bacon. It is just about done. Get a little bit crispy. And then as soon as this bacon is crisp, we can pull it out to drain and start cooking our chicken. Again, like I said, it's a really quick, easy meal. You can probably cut the time down a little bit more if you wanted to use a pre-cooked polenta. I've just never been a big fan of the pre-cooked polentas. Slide this to the back so it is out of the way a little bit. And it can just do its merry little thing while the rest of the stuff is cooking. Chicken. bacon, so they should be pretty yummy. Scrape up in a little bit and then we're going to add 1.5 cups of chicken stock. And to this we will add our salt and white pepper. Let it come to a boil. Broccoli. On this for a few minutes. I'll let the broccoli cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. Just gonna rest that lid on there for a few minutes and let it do its business. I'm going to sprinkle a parsley in there, as well as a little black pepper. Okay, I'm going to add a little teeny bit more liquid to the going to add a little more liquid to the polenta, about another 1/4 of a cup of stock, just to make sure that it gets very nice and creamy. Okay, and just let that sit back there and do its thing again. Oh, so pretty. So my daughter, when she was little, loved soups or anything that had broccoli florets in it. And anything that had in it, she would refer to as broccoli tree. Like if we went and she had more wonton soup, she called it broccoli tree soup. Funny things kids say. It still makes me smile thinking about it, and it's been way more years than I want to even admit. But every time I cook these, I think of broccoli tree soup and my daughter. She was firmly convinced that everything in the world could be fixed with a bowl of broccoli tree soup. What kind of funny names did your kids have for food when they were little? Leave something in the comments. I'd like to hear that. That'd be interesting. Because, man, the things kids say. Things are starting to come together in there. Looking very nice. It smells amazing. So let's go ahead and get this chicken back in the bowl, back in the pan, and let it start doing its business. Just get them all buried in there good. A little bit of residual juice from that chicken, just go ahead and pour it right in, because there's where the flavor is. So, first we'll start with a nice helping of polenta. Well, that happens. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, so a nice helping of polenta. Like I say, if you're not familiar with it, definitely something to look into. Great, just a great way to change it up a little bit for a side. And it's super versatile. Okay, now I can clean up my little mess I made here, because now I'm going to get some of this beautiful chicken. Wow, scrumptious. And some of this broccoli. Okay, what a colorful, pretty plate. Now, we want to use everything is better with bacon. I'm a firm believer in that. Just some of the liquid and the pan juices over this. Not too much, but oh, what a flavor it's going to have with that. Okay, and then again, sprinkle it with a little tiny bit more red pepper flakes, not too much, but a little zing. And there you have it. Tuscan chicken with polenta and broccoli. So let's, gotta try a little bit of this polenta. That's good. Okay. This chicken is so tender. That is the wonderful thing about using a little bit of baking soda. You see it's fully done, but it is so tender and so juicy still instead of getting dry. Now I'm truly glad I had an oops plate because this is pretty yummy. Broccoli is done but not mushy. Definitely delicious.
And now we join Brendan from Been Living with Big B, cooking the traditional New Zealand haunch.
So here we go, guys. We've got our rocks. Let's pull it out and have a quick look. It's all stacked up there. It's about yay deep. Sterilize the baskets. Sterilize the baskets and we'll go inside the crib. Sweet, so these have been in here for about 10-15 minutes. Stick these out. Yeah. Hard. Yeah. Me. Ah? Oh, yeah. What is it? Oh, yeah. stuffing. Yee, big deal. Cabbage on there just to protect it. Rocks are getting red there. smoking hot. Oh, it's so hot. Veggies on the top. Okay. Let's drop the lid. It's up. Hui hui. This will sit for 2 hours and we'll pull it up and it'll be already cooked. Oh yeah, all that smoke bellowing out. This is after 15 minutes. All the fat has been rendered off the food. It's hitting the rocks and smoking, and all the smoke is filling up this compartment area here first, and then it's forced its way down and comes out the bottom, comes out. That's forced out, and all of that smoke has just been infused all into the food, and it smells marvelous. Nice. That's what we want to see. Nice smokiness. Oh, not just yet. I'm fucking blazing hot, cuz. Now, bro, chuck it on the bin for us, please, bro. Makes a bloody mess. These things make a bloody mess.
There's a hole in that tutter. That tutter. There's a hole.
No. No. Might be. There might be. Oh, one over here. Extremely hot. Oh, fuck no. Morning, Bob. I just recorded you saying that. Bro, if you just go right along here, you don't have to stretch over. If you want to stretch. I see you having a bit. Stretching ain't easy.
Alright.
Got any more reways?
You want me one? Get the couple of these.
Okay. Over here. Where did I get it from?
Yeah. Damn, where you?
and thank you for joining us today. I'm here cooking one of my favorite dishes, chicken saltimbocca. For our recipe today, you will need 2 chicken breasts, 4 slices of prosciutto ham, 3/4 of a cup of non-perennial capers, 1 6.5-ounce jar of marinated artichoke hearts, undrained, 1 tablespoon of sage, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 cup of unbleached flour, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 cup of white wine, and a half a stick of butter. For tools, I'll be using a mallet, a skillet that can go into the oven, a wooden spoon, some plastic wrap, and a pair of tongs. First thing I'm going to do today is wrap up this chicken in the saran wrap. That way we can pound it out nice and thin. Now what we're going to do is sprinkle this with some baking soda. This is called velveting. By velveting your chicken, the acids in the baking soda will help break down the membranes within the chicken and make it nice and tender. This chicken needs to rest in the baking soda for about 15 minutes. So we will be back in a few. Okay, once your chicken has been velveted, you want to go ahead and rinse it off, pat it dry, and now we're going to set it aside for a second and put together the coating that's going to go on the outside of the chicken. We're going to take that 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of black pepper or white pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to mix it together really well. I've got my pan over there heating up so that it's nice and hot when I place the oil in it, and my oven is preheated at 350 degrees. My pan has gotten nice and warm. I'm going to start adding a little bit of this olive oil. You want to make sure that there's enough olive oil in this pan that A, your chicken will not stick, and B, you get enough nice olive oil flavor in your dish. All right, now we're just going to dip our chicken into the coating and lay it down in that nice hot pan. Go ahead and get that butter in there so we start getting that sauce built. We will add our sage. Don't worry, as the sauce builds, it will go all over this chicken. Now we're ready to add our artichoke hearts, our lime, and our capers. Isn't that getting beautiful? Now I've got this on a medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead and let it cook down for a little, turn that heat up just a little, and get some of the liquid off the top of this. a couple of nice slices of prosciutto ham on top of each piece of chicken. And we're going to go ahead and move this into the oven. We're going to let it stay in the oven for about 30 minutes. All right, we are ready to check. Oh, that is beautiful. See how well that prosciutto crisped up in that oven? Look at that beautiful piece of work.